welcome back to Let's Play Bloodborne episode 20. I'm Ultima456, and let's run over here for a second. Okay, so yeah, we'll see that big blast. The first thing I want to say is this is post-commentary. When I was recording before, I somehow didn't turn on the microphone properly, so yeah, I have to record over this in post so that you guys can actually have some commentary for it. Alright, so let's go. So basically we're going to run past this guy. That's the phase beast that we couldn't see earlier, that same blast. We saw it when I was trying to pick up an item just outside Cathedral ward. So that's the phase beast that we couldn't see, but because we defeated Rom the vacuous spider, we can see him now. Okay, so these guys, I like these guys because we've had Bob, we've had Robert, and now that they're kind of like all bloody and red and all that, I call these guys Blood Roberts. I like that because I didn't plan on that. It just kind of happened that way. They're kind of like the Dread Pirate Roberts. You know, it's almost like a Dread Pirate Roberts reference, so it's pretty cool that it ended up that way. Okay, so we're in Yahar'gul-Unseen village, and this is where the game really starts to get hard. But before we actually continue with like the plot and the story and everything like that, and just getting further in the game, killing more bosses, we're actually going to go back to a different area of the game, or to different areas of the game in order to talk with certain people and you know, do a few more side quests that we can now do that we couldn't before, because after you defeat Rom the vacuous spider, that's what you can do. Alright, I'm going to cut this bit out. Wait, isn't this bit? No, I'll leave this bit in. Essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the very first checkpoint, the first floor sick room, and we're going to head to where Gilbert was. Now, if you remember Gilbert, he was the guy that at the very beginning of the game, in the second checkpoint, or well, it was the first checkpoint that you got. There was a guy in the window that we talked to. His name was Gilbert. He didn't seem to be feeling that well, and he was going to eventually succumb to you know, the evilness, I guess you could say, and he's going to turn into a beast. So we're going to run there now. It's not too far from the first floor sick room. I think you can access that area using the checkpoint, but I like to access the first floor sick room because it's not too far away from that checkpoint anyway. As you can see, there's the red moon, and you can definitely get the, like, what we're coming here for. Anyway, so basically he's changed into this frenzy here, and we just kill him if I can. There we go. Very simple, just one slash, and we get the claw mark rune. Claw mark rune is pretty good. It increases, let me see, I can't actually remember. It increases, yeah, it increases the visceral attack damage that you do by 20%, which is quite a lot. If you're like good at visceral attacks, then it's quite a lot. So it's really good. Okay, I'm going to cut this bit out. It's just going to be me running towards where the young Yhar'gul girl was, because we're going to go there and talk to someone else who's there right now. So I'll meet you back in a second. Okay, so here we are back to where the young Yhar'gul girl used to be, and we're going to talk.
You haven't by any chance seen my little sister, have you? I told her to look after the house, but she's run off somewhere. She's still quite small and wears a big white ribbon. Have you seen her out there anywhere?
Alright, so we're going to hand over the red messenger ribbon.
Oh, how did this happen? Why would she ever go outside?
Now, I don't get this bit, but basically what happened was,
Oh, I have something to...
I didn't get the item that I was looking for, but I don't know why. But when I walked away, she does say something, so pause the video if you want to see it, because it just cancelled. But it's about to happen in a second. I was just checking, and then I walked, not that way. I was trying to figure out how to get to the next area. And then, once I decided, I started walking to the left, and she did say something, but I unfortunately missed it. What a perfect ribbon. that. It was like, what a perfect ribbon. I went back and talked to her a little bit more, and she seems to have like somewhat gone crazy. If you can hear the sound there, she basically went insane, which sucks, but that's what happens in this world. Alright, I'm gonna cut out this bit as well, I think, because all I'm doing is going back to the Cathedral ward, I'm pretty sure, so I'll meet you at the Cathedral ward in a bit. Okay, here we are back at Cathedral ward, and we're going to talk to a few people here to see how they're going. So let's talk to, I think her name was Adela the Nun. No, not Adela the Nun. I can't remember. Anyway, she doesn't want to give us blood. She seems to be feeling very sick today. Clutching her stomach.
Oh, there's something wrong with me.
Yeah, she seems to have something wrong with her, but she doesn't know what. That'll actually come into the story later on. For this bit here, so the old lady is gone, she's dead, and she leaves behind sedatives. I didn't actually plan for that to happen. I thought that she would have been fine, but I think I know why that happened. And I mean, it's not a big deal. There's the phase beast that we couldn't see before. Nice and big and disgusting. I was just looking for something in this area, which it would have been, basically her body would have been in this area if I had done something before. Yeah, it sucks that she died because she actually becomes sort of a bit more helpful later on. She keeps giving you sedatives, and sedatives are quite important.
Hello again. I owe this to you.
This is the suspicious beggar.
It's a wonderful place. They even let beggars like myself in. What's better, we keep our distance. Don't step on anyone's toes, right? The way proper Yarnamites ought to live. Let me share something with you. My secret stash. Really prime stuff.
And he gives us 2 beast blood pellets, which it's not a big deal, I guess.
I really do owe you a terrible lot. Finding me such a nice place to live. This is a smashing place. It's everything Yarnam ever had and more. This is everything.
Okay, so now you have to forgive me because I actually forgot what I was going to do next. What was I going to do? Oh, I remember now, yeah. We're going to do one final thing, and that is we're going to get to the Grand Cathedral and almost complete another side quest. So I'm going to cut myself here getting up to Grand Cathedral, and then I'll meet you there when I get there. Okay, so here we are back at the Grand Cathedral. It's where we fought Vicar Amelia, the 4th boss. I forgot to mention that earlier, but that's where we fought her. And here is Eileen the Crow.
I'm afraid I've made a bit of a blunder. I'm just going to have a short rest. Though, don't worry. I've taken blood. Enough to save an old woman. No more dreams for me. This is my last chance. What a fool I am. I'll have to tread carefully. But that thing still lies in wait. Turn back. This is my score to settle. My prey lies in wait this way.
And we get the wait gesture from Eileen.
This.
Alright, so she tells us about an enemy in there. Now, the enemy in there is basically an evil version of Eileen, and she is really, really, really hard. The amount of damage she does with her gun is stupid, and even if they've patched it, I'm not going to bother fighting her right now. I'll fight her later. It's just so difficult to beat her. But yeah, now we're going to go this way, and we didn't go this way before, and And the only reason we didn't go this way was because I knew we would eventually have to go this way, so I thought I'll just leave it for now. This way can be a little bit tricky and dangerous, and you can die fairly easily, so that's why I chose not to go this way. But now it's sort of, if it's appropriate to go this way because that's the way we got to go. So yeah, we're definitely going to head this way and continue down to essentially where we started the episode, which is good. Alright, in this little alcove there's a blood jar, so be wary of that. And there's this guy who is a hunter. And the hunter this particular hunter uses thunder attacks or bolt attacks. And as you can see, we're like far too strong for him. He basically can't deal any damage to us, or you know, he doesn't stand a chance. And he drops some bolt papers, which is pretty good. Bolt papers, just like fire papers, they add bolt damage to your weapon, which is alright. Might be able to use that later if I remember to check which affinities and elemental weaknesses each boss has. This is the second hunter. I actually thought that this one also had electricity, but it doesn't. It's just a sort of a melee hunter. This guy, he's a lot harder to fight because he's got both a gun and a weapon, and he just moves really erratically. It's always hard to know sort of when to get your attack in, but luckily I'm a lot stronger than him, so it's not too bad. Even if he shoots me, you know, it does very, very minimal damage. I'm not exactly sure why. It's supposed to be like blood damage that is being dealt to me, but I'm not taking that many hits or that much damage, so maybe it's not blood damage, but whatever. Alright, so another hunter down. There's only 2 in this area. There's only, you know, a handful of hunters. Here we knock on the doors, both doors, but there's no response. So, you know, I don't know why they do that sometimes. I guess it's like a fake out type thing, but yeah. I'm pretty sure there were no people in there before either, so I'm hoping that I didn't miss 2 NPCs by accident. I don't think there were, but oh well. Alright, now this way, I think I was looking which way I wanted to go, make sure that I got all the items and stuff like that. Oh, that's right, I'm going back up now to collect an item that I could have gotten before by dropping down, but I decided to go down the stairs to make sure that I didn't run into both hunters at the same time. So, and it was a good decision too, because otherwise I would have had to deal with the lightning or the bolt hunter and the normal hunter, and you get a frenzied cold blood 9, I think that was. I don't know, it went by quick. Okay, so here on the left side, there was an enemy, there was a Mr. Bagglesworth here that you could fight and kill, but they seem to have removed him, and I think I know why. It's basically because we opened up the next area, because essentially what I was saying before was the old lady died, but in Cathedral, the old lady died, but if you got killed by Mr. Bagglesworth and sent to the alternate version of the Yahar'gul-Unseen village, you would be put in a prison. And if you're in the prison, you can explore the entire area and eventually get out of the prison. But in the prison there is a woman, and I think this is the one that I was thinking of, Adela the Nun. And if you can talk to her, you can actually send her to Odin Chapel as well. And if you send her to Odin Chapel, by her being there, the old woman won't die. I think that's how it works, and she's able to become a lot more helpful. She gives you tons of sedatives, and she eventually does die, but not as early as what happened with what I did. And I think that's how it works now, if I understand it correctly. Alright, so basically we jumped down there to the bottom and took out those 2 gunner bobs from above, which is very helpful because it prevents them from shooting us. The only reason I ran back up was to check if there was a bloodchiller on the trail. I seem to remember there being one. Here's something you want to do. Even though I was super powerful for this, if you went down this area earlier, fighting this ogre and the ogre in front at the same time would have been very, very difficult. So that's why I decided to wait, and I managed to separate them, and then I only had to fight one at a time, and it just made life a lot easier. Yeah, to take them out, because these guys, they're not too difficult to defeat. It's just that they have a pretty decent moveset and large range, and despite their large size, they're actually pretty quick. So that's good. Yeah, that was stupid. I was like, let me see if I can use my pistol or firearm to actually damage them, but I got too close anyway. So all good though. Got some more twin bloodstone shards, which is pretty good. We might be able to use that on other weapons later on. Here I was just checking for more treasure. And there's one final treasure here, which I've already forgotten what it was. Lead elixir? Yeah, 3 lead elixirs. And I think I chose to read it as well. Let's see. Yeah, I did. Liquid medicine shifts weight to deflect attacks. A heavy syrupy liquid medicine temporarily shifts weight to make deflection of attacks easier, but must be used with care. Alright, I'm not going to read the whole thing because the screen that I'm using to read this on is really small and it's hard to see the writing. But essentially, I don't use it. It makes your character slower and it allows you to deflect attacks easier, but I'm not really sure what they're trying to say by that. Like, if you can parry easier or you don't get staggered as much. So it's a bit tricky, but I never use it. Alright, and we're finally back at where we started. So we're going to go a little ways through this area, maybe like 10-15% through this area. And yeah, and then we're going to leave it there for today. But in the next episode I'll be able to make a lot more progress because I'll already have a decent chunk of it done. Alright, so, oh yeah, I didn't explain before. These blood robots, they have kind of a special ability. No matter how many times you kill them, they will always respawn, like about 30 seconds after. And the reason for that is, I guess I'll explain this. I was talking about that cage. You might want to remember what that cage looks like for later, because a boss has that cage on his head and is pretty important. Well, at least to the lore he is. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so the blood robots. They keep respawning unless you find a chime lady, or what I call a chime lady. If you find the chime lady and kill her, then a certain amount of blood robots, mostly the ones within her range, can't respawn. So finding that chime lady is imperative. I got another bloodstone chunk there. And there's an iron Yahar'gul helm. That thing's no good. If it was one of the previous games, it might have been okay, because I remember in the previous games they designed the armor in such a way that the higher the armor you had, the more defense. Despite the fact that it was heavy, it was just trying to get enough points to be able to use it efficiently and effectively. But yeah, here it's not really that worth it. The bloodstone chunks. So the bloodstone chunks, they appear, like the further you get in the game, the more common the higher level materials are, obviously. So we got another one, and I think we need one more, and then we can finally upgrade the weapon again. So yeah, but we'll be getting a lot now from this point onwards. That was a shortcut. The sort of lift elevator thing that I went to, that was a shortcut, but we didn't open it up because I didn't get killed by Mr. Bagglesworth. It's not a big deal. We can still go to that area later on. We're actually going to reach it maybe, if not the next episode, the episode after. Here we're just killing a whole bunch of blood robots to get down the stairs. You don't want to pull like all of them, but if you can pull a few, it's good. There's also a phase beast on the wall, so you want to make sure that when you run down to the bottom, you're just sprinting just to get out of there, because otherwise you'll get clipped by that phase beast, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I just run past all these guys, go inside here, take a left, and then you add this nice little dead end where you're able to take out any blood robots that come through the door. And not many come through the door as well, so it's like that one, and I think there's another one that gets close, but he doesn't actually go through the door. Yeah, there's another one there. I think I killed that other gunner bob later, so... but first I went here to have a look at what I could collect. Took out the chime lady, there she is. You can tell because she's got like a sort of a bell, and I think it's something like every time she rings the bell, the blood robots spawn. So I just took her out like that. Alright, and in this area we have the bolt damp blood gem, which could be good, but I don't think I'm going to use it. The Mensis ritual must be stopped, lest we all become beasts. So this Mensis ritual is essentially what's turning people into beasts, and you have to kind of stop it. And there is a way to stop it, but it requires getting further in the game and defeating another boss. I didn't actually hear. I heard something. I heard this guy like running up to me, but I didn't realize it was a guy. And then I turned around. I was like, oh, okay, I'll just quickly take him out. And here I just decide to go back and take out this gun above for no reason. Okay, come in. Yeah, okay, so I take out that guy and this guy. Just to make sure that at least I've killed everyone once. And yeah, we go back through. And okay, so basically this is where I'm going to stop the episode. We're going to continue from here next time. So yeah, this has been Let's Platinum Bloodborne episode 20. My name is Ultima456, and I'll see you next time for the next episode where we continue going through this area. Alright, thanks guys, bye.